Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. The first installment of the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee family is arriving at dealerships a little bit later this year, starting with the new 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So we're going to get our first look right now. It's finally time. A complete redesign of the Jeep Grand Cherokee is upon us, with the 5th generation going on sale early this year. The new model will be available in a new 3-row variant shown here in the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, a 2-row version to follow late this year as a 2022 model. Now offering up to 7-passenger seating, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee rides atop a freshly minted unibody vehicle architecture. The look is a blending of existing Jeep styling and the facial DNA features of the also new Jeep Wagoneer. Slim LED headlights bookmark the expected 7-slot grille, which is now more upright. The Grand Cherokee L's longer wheelbase of 121 inches gives it a more formal and upscale character silhouette. Longer rear doors give easier access to its 3rd row by opening a full 64 degrees. Wheel sizes will range up to 21 inches in size, and LED lighting rules the day all around. The rear roofline gets the same chrome trim character line first seen on the Compass, enabling a 2-tone paint treatment. The interior, as expected, gets a major boost in upscale design, as well as major gains in available technologies. The dash, for instance, gets standard 10-inch display screens, including the instrument panel and touchscreen infotainment systems. Rich materials and craftsmanship are the things to be on the lookout for, with beautiful woods, leather seating, and upscale trims depending on which model you get. Tech and convenience features are too vast to list here, but massaging seats, increased connectivity, and top-end audio systems are the headliners. With its all-new chassis architecture, track is wider by a little over an inch, and ground clearance starts at 8.3 inches. With various grades of the electronically adaptive damping Jeep Quadralift air suspension, which can be raised, ground clearance can be increased up to 10.9 inches with water fording of up to 24 inches. Suspensions remain fully independent front and rear on the Grand Cherokee L, which will be available with 3 4x4 systems, including QuadraTrack 1 and QuadraTrack 2, and another version of QuadraTrack 2 with the rear electronic limited slip differential and a crawl ratio of up to 44:1. The new body structure contains up to 60% high-strength steel with an aluminum hood and a rear hatch. Cast aluminum is used for the front engine crossmember, engine mounts, shock towers, and other chassis components. For chassis refinement, the front axle assembly is attached to the engine now, with new active electronic motor mounts to help manage vibrations, especially when the electronic auto start-stop engages. And that gets us to powertrain, which is essentially carryover for the time being. Standard is the venerable 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine with 290 horsepower and 257 pound-feet of torque. Optional is also the venerable 5.7-liter V8 with 357 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. Both come with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and note, slightly less horsepower across the board. The V8, though, can tow up to 7,200 pounds and the V6 up to 6,200. There's no mention of the 3-liter V6 EcoDiesel in the specs, but the turbo 4-cylinder 4xe hybrid just introduced in the Wrangler will be along for the 22 model year. Lastly, as one would expect in our times, the new Grand Cherokee L will feature a boatload of active and passive autonomous safety and driver aids. The new 2021 Grand Cherokee L begins production in early 2021 at the new Mack Avenue assembly plant in Detroit and will arrive sometime in the spring at local dealerships. The 2-row Grand Cherokee and hybrid versions will arrive late in 2021 as 2022 models. Pricing will be announced closer to launch. Evolution, man. It's not revolutionary, it's evolutionary. Yeah, I like it. It's got styling very similar to the new Wagoneer. Same facial features, although the Wagoneer is much larger, body on frame. This remains in the same arena that it's been in. And I think with the new 3-row model, that's going to make it interesting. It's going to make it interesting. Obviously, I'll be test driving a little bit later this year when they arrive, and I miss the diesel. Where's the diesel? I miss that. That's a nice rig, at least in the current Grand Cherokee. So until then, click right here to see my latest video, or better yet, click right there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Either way, stay tuned.